Many times interviewer will ask you off the topic question, unexpected questions. There can be a situation where the interviewer is not one person. You can have a panel of interviewer. It's a one-to-many discussion. Sometimes like interviewer will ask you like who is the current CEO of that organization, who is the founder of that organization. So you should have information about those questions. Everybody prepare for a good start, but nobody prepares for a good end. For freshers job in service-based company, we have covered many brilliant points in part 1 of this video. Okay, here again we are covering some more important points. Many times interviewer will ask you off the topic question, unexpected questions. For example, they will say that, okay, I see your resume, but you haven't achieved a lot, although everything is correct in your resume. Or they will say that, okay, tell me one subject which is not related to computer science and you are good at it. And this is asked in my interview in TCS, okay, and I have to tell them like physics is my subject, and then they have asked me the Ohm's law. So you need to answer these kind of questions with patience. So take a deep breath. So let's suppose you are answering the first question that I see your resume and I see that you haven't achieved a lot. So how to answer this question? So what you can say is that I have started my programming like in second semester, and then I have done some web development projects. After that I have done like good command on computer science fundamental subjects, and then I did again few projects which are brilliant. So the trajectory of learning is my always upwards. So I want to understand from you that what should I do better so that I will align to your expectation. So it shows two things. So first of all, it shows that you are confident on what you have done. And second thing is like you are open for feedback. And both are very positive signal as an interviewer, I'm saying. So you will get such kind of many questions from interview experiences. So prepare them well in advance. So this I have covered in first part of the video also, that while entering to the interview room, okay, you may feel stress, you may feel underconfident, although you are prepared well. To tackle this kind of situation, you have to repeatedly remind yourself that I have did my homework, I have right skills to bring genuine value to this organization. Ask yourself, do I have skills? I am prepared or not? So then there's no point of being stressed, and this you have to believe and make yourself understand it. Along with this, I follow one more trick which is called as stress buster. So you have to remind yourself some movie scene or some real life incident or a punchline of a stand-up comedian which can make you instantly laugh. So remind yourself whenever you are in such kind of situation, have a smile on your face, and with that confidence you have to enter in the interview room. Even after this, there may be slight stress, okay, so acknowledge that, okay, and it's very much natural, and this will slowly go automatically in like initial 1 to 2 minutes once you start interacting with the interviewer. You should be humble, you should be confident, but you don't have to surrender. That should be your mindset while entering the interview room. So to explain this, I will give you one real life experience where I was the interviewer and I was interviewing a candidate. So I have like given a data structure question to the candidate. So generally how I give a data structure question like in interviews, like, so I explain them like the question, and I then give like 10 to 15 minutes of time to think about logic. And then only I tell them that, okay, you have to write code now. So this candidate, like in that 15 minutes of time, he didn't utilize that 15 minutes completely, and he just came back in 5 minutes only, which is perfectly fine if they got logic in 5 minutes. Then I told him that, okay, explain me the logic. So he started explaining me that, and with every line he is saying that, okay. So he said like, okay, I'm going to initialize an array, okay. And then he's waiting for my confirmation that, okay, yeah, go ahead. Then he's again saying that, okay, I will put a condition here, conditional check here, okay. And then again I have to like say that, okay, yeah, please go ahead. And this I was repeating multiple times. So finally I tell him that, okay, you don't have to wait for my confirmation, okay, you know the logic, okay, please explain me, I am listening to you. But he continued doing the same thing. So as an interviewer, it is little annoying for us. So even after repeating multiple times that, okay, you don't have to like stop for me for my confirmation, he like continue to do the same thing, and eventually I have to reject him for this reason only. So listen carefully what your interviewer is asking. Okay, so maybe that person is like little in stress, or it may be like his style of explaining things. But when you come to an interview, you have to like listen to the interviewer that okay, what is his expectation also. One more example can be like, so when I ask a very straightforward question, I see many candidates is like, so build whole story around it. So that is also not a good signal for listening skill. So stay calm, stay to the point, and stay present, okay, in your interviews. Let's suppose a situation like an interviewer asks you that, okay, do you know Python? And let's suppose you don't know Python. So one answer can be that, no, I don't know Python. Okay, and second answer can be that, okay, I don't know Python, but I have used these kind of concepts in Java. So this is a smart answer. Let's suppose interviewer is asking for a definition of a particular term. Let's suppose what is semaphore, and at that moment you don't know like what is the exact definition of that. One thing is like, okay, I don't know the definition. That is one answer. Second answer is like, I don't know the definition, but I remember that it is used for such purpose. Okay, so it's not that you have to memorize. So interviewer is looking for that you have the concept of that term or not. So if you have no idea at all for that particular term or for that particular question, in that case only you should say that, okay, I'm sorry, at this moment I don't have idea on this topic. But if you have the slightest idea of that topic, just say that, okay, I believe it is used for such thing. I remember like it is used in such scenario. So if you give any information related to it, that is a smart way of handling no. Time for a pro tip. So pro tip is like, so there can be a situation where the interviewer is not one person. You can have a panel of interviewer. It's a one-to-many discussion. So you have to prepare yourself for such kind of scenario also. So have eye contact, like all of them, soft eye contact. And one more tip here is like, use your hands while explaining things. Like it will look confident and it will make you relax also. So as I said in last video that as a fresher, like these companies don't expect a lot from you. So you should remove everything where you are not confident on. Or even you can write the proficiency level. So for a particular skill that, okay, you know the basic of it, or you are intermediate there, or you are expert there, that kind of proficiency also you can write for a particular subject or particular skill. So it's not about like how many things you know. It's about like how much clarity you have whatever you have written in your resume. So something written in your resume, and if you're not able to answer that confidently, it is putting your whole resume questionable, not just that point. So remember this. So apart from this, one more tip related to resume is like you can take professional help also to like draft your resume, and try to use colors there. Okay, nowadays like nobody makes black and white resume. Colors will make it more elegant. So I'm going to create a separate video altogether for resume, where I'm going to share a lot of tips related to resume, and I'm going to share my resume also, which I have used as a fresher and used as experience, and got a lot of call from many companies like Oracle, Amazon, ServiceNow, GE, TCS, and many others. So please watch out that video. Freshers most of the time gets standard CTC. Some companies had like different categories of jobs. So for in TCS we have multiple categories, and each category has a different CTC. But most of the times these CTC are non-negotiable. So you don't have to negotiate it, or you don't have to discuss at all. Let companies bring that point, and even if they ask your salary expectation, what you can say is like diplomatically, whatever is like the company standard salary based on my skills, I am good with that. So anyhow, like as a fresher, salary will be the last thing I will be worried about, and you will also say the same thing like once you are little experienced in IT industry. So everybody in IT industry make multiple switches, and they go to their desired company or desired package like in some amount of time. Many times candidates read every information of that job from all around the world, but they miss the authentic source of that information of job description or eligibility criteria. So from your organization's career page, check the eligibility criteria, the process of selection, like how many rounds it has, like how many written rounds, how many aptitude round, how many interview round, what are the pay ranges, what is the exact job description, what is the minimum CGPA required to be eligible for this job, is there any backlog condition for eligibility of this job. These all information you can get from careers page of that organization. So interview experience also have a lot of information where you get a lot of awareness. Sometimes like interviewer will ask you like who is the current CEO of that organization, who is the founder of that organization. So you should have information about those questions. Next pro tip. So everybody prepare for a good start, but nobody prepares for a good end. So at the end of interview, greet the interviewer and say that, okay, it's nice talking to you. Thank you. Let me know in comments which of the tip from the last video or this video you liked the most. I know which is my favorite and I will reveal that in comment later. So as a closing comment for this video, I want to say that, okay, so we have discussed the 3 pillars in last video, right? The aptitude pillar, the technical pillar and the professional pillar. So along with that, okay, mix that with a happy and cheerful mindset. So whenever you are happy and cheerful, your natural talent will come out in interview and you will rock. Thank you.